be upset.
Yeah, you're gonna try and argue with me.
You
I'm not
are.
gonna argue.
You will.
I will.
Yeah,
You
you
are.
It's that bad?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyways, we've started.
Oh wow. Okay. Hello.
Welcome.
Why do you always do that?
It's one of the
You
few
catch
joys
me
I
off
have
guard
in life.
every
It's
single
one of the few
time.
joys I have in life. Welcome to Deep Thoughts, episode 20.
with Ben and Owen.
Yes.
Yes.
Those are our
And
names.
I am Owen.
I am. Hold on. We'll come back to me.
We'll come back to
Come
that.
back to me.
Today we have a guest.
We do.
We do.
What's your name?
My name is Thomas.
No, it's
All
not.
right.
He's
Oh,
false.
damn.
He's falling.
I really thought it was, but I guess not this time.
You'll get it right next time.
Alright,
Alright,
okay.
alright.
It's a difficult thing to
Yeah,
get.
maybe
through.
it'll come to me like it will come to you.
Maybe
Yeah.
we can
Well,
add an
yeah.
accent maybe later.
An accent.
Yeah, like put an accent on one of the letters in his name.
We'll think about it.
We'll think about it.
We'll discuss
It'll
it.
happen.
Morgan's also in the background. She should be quiet though.
Yeah.
Right?
She's not in this episode.
Yeah.
Hey yo! Take
Already
me out
ruined.
to dinner.
Okay.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Okay.
You probably can't even hear that in the episode.
Yeah, you
You
can't.
can definitely hear that. This microphone's actually kind of.
No,
computer.
it's not.
It's not.
I had to raise you and
Really?
Hayden up a lot in
It's
the last
barely picking me
episode.
up.
And even with all the raising, you can still barely hear Hayden.
Yeah, well, I was
Wow.
hella loud in the last episode I was in, so
That's your special quality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're always loud, really. I
I'm gonna cry.
Wow.
Ooh. All right, so yeah, with this one, you have to you gotta lean in. Gotta really get into it.
He
You
has
gotta
notes.
lean in.
He
do
has
have
notes.
I do have notes.
He has
I have
notes?
prepared for this.
He's
For
all
a,
out.
Imagine
a personal
this.
experience,
We are ready.
he's more prepared than we have ever been.
We've
Alright.
never been prepared. Ever.
All right, so Thomas has a story
I will
that
be-
he has to tell so badly that he's here on the podcast.
I will be telling this story of way back when. Basically
How long
olden
ago?
times. It's
How
sophomore year
long
high
ago?
school.
Ooh, the Middle Ages.
Oh.
The Middle Ages. So this trip, it was a school-sponsored volunteer trip. We were going to Costa Rica to help turtles.
kind of
Very
turtles?
noble.
Yeah, what kind of turtle?
Leatherback sea turtles. That's what kind.
He's a lot
How do
more
you feel he had an answer for your
No, he's a lot more prepared than you were.
How does it feel? How does it feel?
He was a lot more prepared than you were.
I don't know,
cannot believe you just
Ben.
said that to my face.
I don't know about that, Ben.
I wasn't gonna be in this episode, but now I am. You dragged me into it.
We told you to be quiet.
I
we
was
ge-
being quiet.
I gave you free water. You be quiet. All right, continue, Thomas.
All right. So, this trip, right? The first place we went, obviously we took a plane to Costa Rica. Actually, we walked. Really, it was
swam.
quite a journey. Yeah, we could have swam. Honestly, it would be great exercise.
Exactly.
But we did
I
not. We did
agreed.
not swim. So we flew. We got to this first place. This first place had like multiple cabins set up. Well, they
It
were
was
like
like a prison.
basically.
It was a prison, right?
Okay.
But it was actually nicer than anywhere else we stayed because it had AC, and that's a very nice thing to have.
Oh yeah, they don't.
When the good
Countries
places
outside
have
of the
ACs.
U.S. don't really have those.
And what's more, that the island, the main part of the trip was on an island that was like right off of Costa Rica, so it wasn't actually on Costa Rica.
So they lied to you.
You weren't actually on Costa Rica.
Well, technically, it's owned by Costa Rica,
Technically.
but the only way to get there is a 15-minute boat ride, and
Oh my
that's
gosh.
it. Very secluded.
It's kind of creepy.
That is kind of creepy.
A little suspicious.
It's suspicious.
I am.
But at this like first place, nothing like crazy happened. We we got introduced to our tour guides, things like that. Though there were, I stayed with my friend in one of the cabins because there were like 3 rooms per of these cabins, and it was like a motel style rooms. In our room was just a line of ants going from the door to the bathroom window. And they just kept coming and
Did
wouldn't
you
stop.
ever follow them to see where they were going?
We did not.
What if they were like trying to lead you out? Like they were trying to give you a message.
I think they were, actually. and
Like,
I
the
just
turtles
didn't
are this
interpret the
way.
message.
Follow us.
But
It's like you look at the window and they're like spelling letters, just like get out, leave.
there was all warnings for what was to come. But actually, with these ants, my friend had decided a good way of dealing with these ants.
Poison.
Yes, was bug spray.
Did you
He,
eat
he
them?
sprayed so many ants were killed.
Oh my gosh.
And we later learned these ants were merely passing through our room, and our tour guides told us, don't worry about them, after he had already killed many.
Oh No
So-
ants were harmed in
You
the
could
making.
have
No,
eaten
no
them.
ants were harmed.
You
It
could
was
have
all
eaten them.
metaphorical, really.
You could have eaten them. It's good protein.
It was good protein.
Ants
but they
are
were
very good
covered
protein.
with
The
bug
poison
spray.
is an added spice. If you
It
die
would
from
make
it,
You have to eat a lot to die from that.
yeah, there's a lot of ants, Ben.
There were
Did
a
you
lot
not
of
hear
ants.
him?
I mean, hey.
You just open your mouth and they go inside. Bada bing, bada boom.
That is
you're
true.
dead.
Become part of the trail. Just let them lead
Yeah.
into your mouth, and then it would be perfect.
It's simple.
They
It's
can make
really
space
simple.
in your stomach.
All right. So, at this place, we also would go on trails and things like that because we're in Costa Rica. There's things to see. Went in the wilderness, saw more ants that we didn't kill. Believe it or not.
Ants here.
Lots of ants actually. Leafcutter
Like a
ants.
problem.
But after this place, we got introduced to our tour guide, so we went to a different area. This area was more in the woods, more wildernessy. It was more in the rainforests of Costa Rica.
We're hidden away from the authorities.
Yes, that is true. This was still on mainland Costa Rica, though. We hadn't gone to the Turtle Island yet. That's what I'll call it.
It's a turtle. It's an island.
Yes, it's a
Yeah.
little island off
Right.
of Costa Rica with turtle. That turtle
They
flavor.
took all the
discussed
turtles.
this.
They took all the turtles in
Yeah,
one island.
all
and
the
just
turtles
dumped
were in
them
an
all
island.
on one island.
Yeah, you didn't know this?
News to me.
It's
Owen.
called a sanctuary, Ben. This is how things are done.
Are they?
Yes.
I did not know
The
that.
sanctuary
We have
was on the
islands
little
of
island.
koala bears and
We have islands of
kangaroos. Yes.
What?
I will
Yes.
say I didn't know about the koala bears.
Well,
Frankly.
I mean, we don't. They're not native to the United States, so if you want to get a zoo made and you want those, you drive out to the island, put a couple.
would
in
they
your-
notice
in your,
if I happened to steal some of these koalas?
Yes, they count them every day.
It counts on Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays.
They have what's called the feeding frenzy, and that's where they release giant piles of fruit for them to eat. They don't count them on that day. So if you steal them during the feeding frenzy,
Interesting.
you're good to go.
I mean, I would
know-
never
Not that I would.
Yeah,
not that,
that-
I have
that
stolen a
I would
koala
never
bear.
steal any, and I
As
would
it is
never.
called the feeding frenzy. They feed on anything.
They feed on anything.
So that is also
Come
why they do
prepared.
that.
All right.
So back to Costa Rica.
Back to Costa Rica.
So at this wilderness place, nothing really exciting happened here. There was one cicada that came into a room, and
one?
just one, but it was banging across the
It was
the door and
banging?
everything. Yeah, it
The
was
door?
ramming itself into ceilings
Was
and
it
walls.
screeching?
Yeah. I mean, it's a cicada.
I've never seen cicadas do that.
No, me neither.
Well, it was stuck in the room. It was trying to get out, and we were
So
trying to
weird.
get it out.
So
It was
the
trying to
ants.
get
So
out.
the ants were trying to get out. The cicada was trying to get out.
The ants were walking through the room as a passageway.
But where did they start?
Out of the room, and then in the room, and then out of the room.
So the room is bad.
There was a spider in the room.
Did the spider try to leave as well?
No, he was under my bed.
Was he big?
He was not big.
Was it small?
No, he was not big, but he was not small. He was a small spider that I ignored and let
Did you
sleep in
name
the
him?
bed. I did not name him. Though if I could have, I think Terry would be a
Terry's
good,
a good spider
name
name.
for him.
Terry. Johnson is also a good
I
spider.
Johnson.
love Johnson.
Johnson.
Johnson is a good name.
That would be a good name.
That's what the soap brand Johnson Johnson's named after.
Spiders.
Yeah, it's all spiders.
All spiders.
That's what it's made of.
That is indeed what it's made out of.
And they test it on spiders too.
Yeah, no, that's why. Whenever you try to get a vaccination from Johnson and Johnson, it's
You turn into a
you
spider.
feel-
you turn into
Yeah.
a spider. You feel, you
You
feel
can
a little
feel it.
tingly. You feel a little tingly, and then
It's
all-
really
all of a
just
sudden-
they're trying to make Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone's
It's
a
not
test
working.
subject for it. It's not
They're
working.
trying.
They are trying.
One day, all of a sudden, you'll just be swinging from buildings, not knowing what's going
Mm-hmm.
on. Back to Costa Rica.
Back to Costa Rica. So, finally, we are taking a bus ride to this boat where we will go onto the island.
You take a bus to the boat,
Yes.
boat to the island.
Boat to the island. Yep, that is it. Perfect.
Is there any further way you could just get away from anyone
So,
following you?
From the boat, you get on a plane. And that biplane
plane
flies
Actually, they
around.
put
goes
a bag
to-
over your head. They shove you into a van, take you to a very secret location.
Oh, okay.
They make you throw your phones away.
Yes.
You get in the bus gets on a plane, the plane flies up, drops you onto the boat,
Still in the bus.
still in the
Still in
bus.
the bus.
Yes.
The bus drops into the boat, and then proceeds to go down inside of the bottom of the boat.
And then
And
a
then ship you
whirlpool
off.
opens in the ocean to where the boat actually goes down, and it's like
Turns
a
into a submarine.
submarine, and then it's like a conveyor belt that you travel, and then you rise up, and you're on the island.
I'm honestly surprised. You guys got it like perfectly, and I haven't even told it to you guys yet. Frankly,
We're just
I'm
amazing,
amazed.
I guess.
I'm amazed.
We have pretty good luck here.
We definitely weren't part of the system that created it.
So on this bus ride, I sat by this one kid. He was alone, right? I felt bad for the kid, and my friend got a seat that was like not sitting next to anyone, and I did not get lucky with one of those seats. So I sat next to this kid. His nickname, I don't know why, but it's Tofu. He's not a vegetarian. I don't know why it's Tofu, but
like
everyone
tofu?
calls him Tofu.
Does he like tofu?
Surprisingly, I didn't ask about his nickname. I just kind of
Is-
called him Tofu.
Is his name like Topher or something?
No, it's Chris.
Oh. Huh.
So they had taken all of our phones. Actually.
That's the
Uh,
flag.
Yeah, at the first place, they took all of our phones. and
I would have
then-
been no.
Yeah.
That's a flag.
I didn't even know they were taking our
kind of
phones on
flag?
this trip. They
A red flag. No, a blue striped yellow flag. Jellyfish in the
No
water.
phones.
yeah.
You take multiple vehicles to get here.
Yeah,
And
no
all
phones.
the insects were leaving where you were.
Yes.
That's
yes.
so
It's screaming safety, comfort, and
Yes.
just overall happiness.
so you didn't know they were taking your phone.
No, not when I went. I think like it might have said somewhere on the traveling thing, but I didn't know, and then they just took all
Why
everyone's
why
phones.
did they need to take
Did
your
they
phone?
give them back to
Did
you?
they, yeah.
I think it was to enhance the experience and make
And
it bond,
to really
bond
immerse you.
closer with
It
the-
immerses you
with
with
the
the
people
turtles.
That's,
Did they at least give them back to you after?
Yes, they did give our
Okay.
phones back after. But during the week-long trip.
Oh my
'cause it
gosh.
was a week long. It was during spring break, actually. They took our phones for the entire time. And there was only like one point of time we got to contact our parents, and it was through like our teachers emailing our parents. But that was it.
Imagine being the parents of it's just like, little Jimmy's not texting us anymore. Do you think it's
I
okay?
texted him like 30 times.
He's in Costa Rica. He's
fine.
fine. Right. The news is like, recent shark attacks are rampaging through Costa Rica.
And
Do
on
you think
other
that's
news,
what happened?
other news, little kids have been going missing.
On an unrelated note, a recent pilgrimage trip has arrived in Costa Rica.
But the reason I bring up our phones being taken, right, is because he had an iPad that he snuck. That
Well, that's
like,
not a phone.
was allowed. Yeah, that was his reasoning. But on his iPad, that he very generously let me like listen to music to on. He had one song downloaded, one single song, and it was Mo Bamba. That was the only song, and he kept playing it on repeat over and over again.
So that's another red flag.
Another red flag.
Tofu is an interesting character, as his
Tofu's
name
gonna be the leader.
suggests.
Oh my tofu.
Tofu
He's
comes
gonna,
up.
He's gonna rise above
Tofu will come up again. I will say that he has an interesting story
because
throughout
of the
this.
song.
No, much worse.
Oh no.
But anyways, as we were going there and I was listening to amazing music, there was it was all one highway. Like the whole road was very interesting. Cars would just speed at random like they would just go random speeds
That's
whenever
safe.
whatever they wanted.
Yeah, of course.
And then we would go to this highway, and on it there's just vendors on there. They would sell ice cream and things like that, just
While you're
just on the
driving?
side of the street. Yep, some people bought them because you were at standstill pretty much,
Oh.
and then you would just buy ice cream from random vendors on the side
It's
of the street.
definitely good for you.
It was
Not-
very
and
good.
not poison at all.
Not poison.
It did not contain microchips.
But then we finally arrived at the area with the boats, and these were not nice boats. These were very small boats that had a all right motor, I guess, and you had to carry 10 I think 5 people and all their luggage. So multiple trips had to be made to this island.
It's exercise.
Lots of exercise.
Exercise is good for you.
So is this trip.
If only I had swam there. That would be even more
If only.
exercise.
If only.
Yeah.
If only.
Gotta
Um,
build the core.
But But the boat ride was pretty cool, actually. There were howler monkeys, and they were howling.
Howler monkey.
They were
On
very
the boat ride?
On the boat.
I wish they were
They
on
were
the boat.
on the
ride.
boat?
I very much wish, but no, they were in the surrounding landscape.
And they howled at you?
They
Yeah, they're
did. They
howling
were very
monkeys.
vocal. They are named that for a reason.
Can you do an impression?
Well,
No, please, go on. Don't be shy.
Probably spot on. I'm not gonna check that.
you're welcome. Frankly, it was very good. You just wouldn't understand.
Did a howler monkey enter this building?
They were very loud though, and during this trip I had actually been woken up by howler monkeys many times because of just how loud they were. Like it was straight screaming at you.
They were also trying to get you to leave.
More warnings, more red flags for this place. But then we finally arrive on this island. Now this place, no AC,
Red flag.
no AC, beds were not comfy, it was
flag.
super hot,
Red flag.
humid, just all around not enjoyable.
Did
to
you
be
ever
here.
see a turtle?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
How
We
many?
did see turtles. How many? Honestly,
3.
not many. Probably, actually.
Turtle Island only has 3 turtles on it.
It's endangered.
But at this place, we met the camp instructors because there were more like people who were like more dedicated to this place. They were on this island like for the whole, like for a while. There's people all around. There's this guy from the UK even there. He was one of the instructors. But the main one was this dude. He wasn't like the best English speaker. But one thing, I saw about him, he had a Bob Marley shirt on, and, he seemed to be very relaxed, I would say.
Was he on drugs?
Yes, most
Okay.
likely.
Okay, that makes sense.
That was the assumption. To be fair, a bunch of people trying to save turtles on a isolated island.
That's true.
How many people were there?
How many people? Okay.
How big was this
From my
island?
school, there was, like, maybe 15 students, and then
15 people signed up for
two
this?
teachers, yep.
Oh my gosh.
And then there was also another school from Costa Rica who also were on this island. They had like maybe 20 people, something like that.
Not even the natives want to go there.
And Tofu was from...
Tofu was from my school, yeah.
And you said he has a horrific end?
He, well, I don't think it's his.
You
end
ever
that's
read Lord of the
horrific.
Flies, man?
I mean, I'm just asking.
That's what
We'll
happens
hear
here.
more about Tofu.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Is he
There's-
still alive?
He is still alive. He did not die. He
Just
made
making
it.
sure.
Oh,
I had
man.
to ask.
That can
I
be
had to
changed.
ask.
That can be
It's
arranged.
a red flag. I was just wondering.
Red flag that he's still alive.
It's a red flag.
So at this place, to tell you more about the kind of people who were here, they would collect trash, put them in these plastic bottles, and use them as building bricks.
What?
They were like, they would use like
Wait, what
literal
kind of
trash.
plastic bottles? Like
literally
water
water bottles. They would literally use liter bottles and like cut them in ways with just trash in them and use them to build this one structure.
That's genius.
so genius. Basically, they were just hippies. All
How
of
did
them were
they?
hippies.
How did they
So it's like
bind?
Wall-E.
How did they bind the plastic bottles together?
I don't
Spit
even
blood.
know.
Spin mud.
But I just remember because there was this one area and they told us all about it, and this it was a very small kind of building like thing that was just made out of this trash just around, and they had made a sculpture thing out of like shoes they found and other various trash,
Wait a minute.
and it was in the shape of a turtle.
What?
Do they worship turtles?
That
or
sounds
something?
like a sacrificial
Basically,
altar.
we did a chant.
Oh
We
my
did a chant.
goodness.
So on the
you-
first like
Did you light
full
candles
day,
and stand around?
it was around a campfire.
Oh god.
Around this campfire,
Flag.
the main instructor, the Bob Marley guy,
Oh god.
he was telling everyone to stand up, everyone from my school and the other school, and in Spanish he was telling these people what he was doing. We did not understand what he was saying because he was saying it in Spanish, and then he started twitching. Like weird
no.
movements,
What?
zombie-like movements, and all the Costa Rican kids started doing it too. And they
Wait,
were
do
all
that again? What'd you just do? Do that again?
Do it again.
Do your movements again?
Oh, yeah, it was like this. It was. I'm not even joking.
So they had seizures.
They
Yes,
had
it
seizures.
was like seizures.
Seizure-like movements.
It was very erratic, non-normal movements. And all of these Costa Rican kids and the counselor were doing it around a circle, around a campfire. And we didn't know what was happening. And we were all talking to each other like, what? Well, we come to this place to save turtles, and now they're like
What was
doing
the chant?
zombie
They're
movements.
summoning the
What was
turtles.
the chant?
The chant was, Uwa Tortuga, Uwa Tortuga. And they just said that over and over again as we went around the campfire. We learned what the movements were later though.
You learned.
He said he was imitating how leatherback sea turtles go in a zombie-like state when laying eggs. So he was making zombie movements, but instead of doing like, the kind of like Frankenstein thing with your arms out, he was twitching like he was having a seizure. I don't know why.
I think he was possessed.
But it was very terrifying when you don't know any of these people, and then they all start doing this
They
and
didn't
want
think
you
to
to do it.
explain what was gonna happen before they just did this.
Because he explained it to the Costa Rican kids first, and then us. So we were very confused for a little bit. But after this campfire night, we woke up. We went to sleep. Woke up to howler monkeys, as you do.
As you do.
As you do. And the only thing we ate on this island was beans and rice.
Delicious.
Every single day.
Delicious.
Beans and rice.
All three
Jesus Christ,
meals?
Jesus Christ, and Byron?
What?
What?
What do you think before this
We
Thanksgiving?
told you to be quiet.
I had to say it, I'm sorry. Beans, rice, Jesus Christ, and Byron.
Oh,
My foot is falling asleep.
So's mine.
mine is not.
I can't feel it at all.
My foot has been asleep.
All right, you know what, Ben?
My foot
Why are
has
you
been in a
holding
coma.
Garfield?
My foot has been in a coma.
Why are you strangling Garfield now?
Anyhow,
Anyhow, back to Costa Rica.
So you were witnessing a ritual.
Yes, we witnessed a ritual by this hippie group on a secluded island off of Costa Rica. But the next day, we actually did stuff with turtles, believe it or not. So these turtles, they only lay eggs at night, as that's just when they do it.
They're scared of the sun.
they're scared.
Yep. They're all
That's why
vampires,
the
of
ritual
course.
was at night.
Yeah.
So,
That's
No
fact.
comment. No comment. Just
Well, he
Anyway.
knows it's true.
it is true. It's very factual, actually. But we would all go on different walks late at night, at different times. Like you would go in these different groups. There were like 3 groups per like school, pretty much, and you would go with the different counselor at different times of the night. And you would just walk around the beaches of this island looking for turtles. And then we did see a turtle, believe it or not, at
One
this turtle
whole
island.
turtle.
It's insane.
turtle on
A whole turtle.
Island.
And so what we did, we collected the eggs. Like we put a bag under the turtle as it laid the
That
eggs.
seems
That's-
very
It's
counterproductive.
very.
The reason for it was they moved it to a location where they could watch it and away from poachers and like predators. But yeah, we basically just stole the turtle's
How
eggs.
do you know that you weren't the poachers?
I will be honest with you, I cannot confirm whether we were the poachers.
Did
or
you
not.
see them release the eggs
Okay,
back after
No,
they-
I did see where they had the eggs though.
But
And-
don't the mothers like lay the eggs close to where their like home is?
Uh-huh.
So like,
And then they hatch.
and then they hatch and they go
water.
into the water where their home is. Wouldn't that mean they're just gonna get lost?
Well,
I mean,
it's
I don't know
it's
much about turtles.
It's
that's
still
what I'm
on
asking.
this island where they kept them. It's
That's
just
long?
like in,
How big is this island?
this island
I
is
don't
not.
know.
It's
I thought you were talking to me. Don't worry about it.
Don't talk to her. She's not in this
it's
episode.
pretty
Not
big,
yet.
but like we didn't explore a lot of it. We stayed at the campgrounds and then just went on the beaches. But there was like a lot of like just woods and like Costa Rican
Yeah.
forests that
Well,
we
see,
would explore in the day and stuff.
I
Like we
don't-
saw sloths.
I don't know
and
much
things.
about turtles, but I feel like taking the turtle's eggs and then moving it all the way across to where they want to look at it, would
It
make
was
the-
still on the beach of this island.
Well, yeah,
How far did you move it? Like,
yeah. Like, how far did you move
I
it?
mean, it depends where the turtle was, I guess. But we would walk pretty far. Like we had walked, I would say, maybe like
I mean,
2 miles.
I feel like.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my
On the
god! I feel like that's like setting the turtle up for failure.
But yeah, and these were all late at night. And the first night we did it, I was very dehydrated and exhausted, and
Those beans and rice didn't get you
they did not get me.
full health?
Oh, I forgot to mention the juice. The juice tasted
The
like
juice?
the juice they gave us, like with fruit and things. It tasted like they had squeezed a single drop of random fruit into it, and it just tasted like very.
They
basically
squeeze a
water.
turtle egg into some water.
Ah.
I mean, they collected many, so
Oh my god.
They had extras.
a few to spare.
I want some of this juice.
I know this juice
This
sounds
watered down juice.
This
Watered
juice
down
sounds
juice and
something.
beans and rice every day. Very,
Delicious.
very
delicious.
But yeah, we collected these turtle eggs like every night when we were there. And well, my role was actually measuring the turtle because they also studied the turtles. So I had like measuring tape with my friend, and then we measured the turtle. And then someone recorded it. I don't know if they actually used that information,
Probably
but
not.
I think
would
they just
guess
needed
no.
something for us to do, so they told us to do it. But I got to touch the turtle, so I
The
was
guy
fine
who
with it.
recorded it. Yes, this is the most important information I have yet to receive. The turtle is approximately.
They're holding their clipboard. It's got sales, like drug sales, written on it.
Well,
Just,
that-
all right, next page. Turtle length.
So during the daytime, we would also go on trails. We saw howler monkeys, like close up and things like that. Well, not too close, obviously. And sloths and trees. So it was very cool to see all of that. But we noticed there was this one trail that was always blocked off by this one dude. There's always someone
By a guy, not like a sign.
by a guy. Yeah, he was always standing there.
That's-
And
That's concerning.
they never mentioned anything about this trail, but there was always someone like there, and you could clearly see it went somewhere. And there was a familiar smell when walking past this trail.
Was it blood?
It was marijuana.
Oh.
That was the smell. So these people were hippies. We weren't surprised that these people would smoke weed in their
We should have
spare
asked for
time.
some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have asked Bob Marley guy. Yeah.
Now you know why he's Bob Marley.
Yeah. But on the last day, we were very curious about this trail, and to confirm any suspicions on it, one of the seniors who was on this trip, they had asked the British counselor, the guy from the UK, about the trail. He said it's straight up led to a whole marijuana farm.
Oh my gosh.
Like large scale marijuana farm. This place, I'm like 99% sure was a front for a large scale like drug operation in Costa Rica. Because it was on a secluded island where you make these students all take away their phones. There's no way to take any photos of this place.
Of course.
Well, there were digital cameras, I guess, but a guarded trail the whole time, and then we confirmed it was like
And there
farms
were
of
turtles.
Of course.
Every drug front has turtles.
They took the turtle eggs and then
But think about it. These hippies needed a way to make money. So illegal drug trade. Of
course.
That's the natural next step.
They bought out the turtle island and turned it into drugs.
Yep.
I think we should do that.
We should.
I mean,
What do you mean? We've already done it.
It clearly worked for
We'll
these
do it
guys.
again.
Expand your enterprise.
We'll grow our business.
But after this, we finally we left this island, right? Of measuring
That's sad.
turtles. Yeah, I was so sad.
Did you miss the beans and rice
Yeah,
and juice?
I was definitely not sick of beans and rice, and could not eat beans and rice for a solid month after this trip because of how much
just
I
wasn't
hated
the same.
them.
This wasn't the same.
I've done that with Jello before.
Eating too
you
much
eat
and
so
get
much.
sick
You
of
eat
it.
so much Jello that you're just kind of like,
Why?
Someone I know ate so many strawberries.
Where do you
and
get
then
that
they
much
became allergic
Jello?
to them.
How much Jello do you think I'm eating?
Where do you
you
get
said a
enough
lot,
Jello
and then you get sick
to
of
make
it.
yourself sick of it? That's a
Oh.
lot of Jello.
Well, when I get sick,
That's like gallons and gallons of Jello.
when I would get sick, my mom would like make me a lot of Jello.
How often did you get sick?
When I was a kid, a lot.
I feel like every kid gets sick a lot, right?
Yeah,
No.
I was
What do you
sick
mean,
for
no?
a week one time.
I got sick like maybe once or twice a year.
I got sick like I think one day I was sick for 3 days straight.
Oh, you poor thing.
But I
Not
eat
3 whole days.
I eat a lot, right?
And
And so
this affects it how?
my
Beans and
mom
rice
wouldn't
and
give
Because
me
you eat the beans and rice and Jello.
my mom would only give me rice for dinner. She wouldn't give me rice for like lunch or breakfast. She'd only give me Jello for the rest, right? So I would eat Jello for breakfast, Jello for my snack. in the middle.
Your mom is
Your
a
mom would
teacher. She
give
thought
you
this was
Jell-O?
good.
Because you were sick?
Yeah.
Like, not
was
like
my
soup?
sick food. No, Jello was my sick
Not
food.
like nutritional stuff. Have some sugary Jello. all day.
Jello was Jello was my sick food. I'd have purple Jello.
The only time I ever got Jello for a condition was when I had my wisdom teeth removed because I couldn't eat anything else.
well,
See, that makes sense.
I
But when you're
ate-
sick, usually people
Not
think
when
of
you're
soup,
sick.
not Jello.
I had purple Jello, and she would give me one Jello for my breakfast.
How
one
big?
Jello.
When you say one Jello, what are we talking here? Like
A little
a
tube.
little small Tupperware,
Like
the normal
like
size
a-
ones?
a bowl?
A bowl of
Like a-
Jello?
How big of a bowl are we talking here?
like we're talking like I don't know like
Like
maybe
a cereal bowl
a little bit bigger.
of Jello.
For a meal while you were sick.
Yeah.
How many of these a day did you get?
Well, I had one for my pre-breakfast, one for my breakfast, one for my after breakfast,
Oh my-
one for my snack, one for my lunch, one for my brunch.
Why did
one
your
for
mom
my-
have so much Jello? How did you even have that much Jello?
that much Jello?
Did she make?
grocery store?
That's a lot of Jello. That's a concerning amount of Jello.
That's so much Jello.
But at one point I just ate so much I was like, Mom, I don't want Jello anymore. And then she gave me Jello.
Were you
and
out?
I continued to
Did you
eat
have
Jell-O.
no other food in the house?
Well, I always ate rice for dinner, like buttered rice.
Always?
Yeah, it would
Not
always
just
be
when you
buttered
were
rice.
sick?
Buttered rice or toast.
You didn't.
It was only when I was sick.
When?
See,
What?
I'm so confused by your sick eating
So
habits.
if I was
They make
sick,
no
when I'm
sense.
sick,
They do not
I
seem
have
to alleviate
Jello,
your pains.
and
Did
then I
you-
have toast or rice for dinner.
Did you come up with this, or
No, my mom gave
Your
it to me.
mom-
My mom did it all.
is this an Italian thing?
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm butting in again. My mom used to make me toast when I was sick.
Yeah.
I mean, toast I can understand.
toast
see
for dinner
toast.
or rice
But
for dinner.
only if
Rice,
I had like the stomach
toast.
flu.
Yeah,
Those
like
aren't
stomach
weird.
bug.
I
Like a
can
stomach
maybe
bug.
see the
But
rice.
large bowls of Jello
I don't
for
get the
multiple
Jell-O,
meals.
Especially because it's purple. I'm judging
You know, I had a lot
Purple
of
Jell-O is
Jell-O.
good,
It was a
okay?
lot
I don't
of
know if
Jell-O.
I've ever had purple Jello.
The grape
just-
Jello?
No.
It's hard to find, but it's like the
There's a
second
reason
best.
for that.
What?
Yeah.
There's a reason for
Yeah,
that.
because people buy it.
Because it's disgusting.
No.
No,
Yeah.
I
I
have
feel
a
like
lot
you're
of
just a
purple
hater,
Jello.
man.
I
Purple
am a
Jell-O
hater
is
of purple
good.
Jell-O, you're
I
right.
can't eat purple Jello anymore just because I had so much of it. Yeah.
Surely you can see that there is a problem
No,
in your
not at
eating
all.
habits.
Not at
You
all.
can see
You know, maybe
where
that's the
something
point.
went wrong.
Maybe it really did help his sickness, and maybe it would have lasted 5
Not
days
if-
if he were not to eat this huge amounts of Jello day on day.
Yeah, no, that's
my
he
gosh.
gets it. He gets it. Yeah. I used to love Jello. I can't eat it anymore though. It's too much. But I
How-
do know if I get sick, I'm gonna have to eat Jello again because that's what my mom has taught me.
How did we get onto this?
Beans and rice, and then
Beans
getting
and
sick
rice.
of beans of rice, and then
Oh.
to Jello.
Then the Jello.
The natural progression of things.
Yeah, that was the natural progression of a conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
There's more.
There's
there's
a little
more.
more. Tofu.
Oh, got you, tofu. I
Tofu.
forgot
This is
about
where
tofu.
this is where tofu is horrible. All right.
All right.
So
He stole the eggs.
at this place, after we've left the island, we were at this place. It was basically heaven. It was a beautiful mountain range. We had AC, nice bedding,
Not beans and
and they
rice.
fed us steak.
Oh my gosh.
We
Real
felt like
food.
kings and queens.
Of course, you
gotta
helped
be inclusive.
save a few turtles. Maybe.
We stole the eggs. That
You
much I do know.
relocated the eggs for a few
Oh,
few
God.
days.
for them to hopefully be watched over, but we never saw those eggs again. But anyways, at this place, it had like these two areas where like there was like a place where the guys slept, a place where the girls slept. There was a window. This window you could see into the other window of the woman's place.
Oh, tofu.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Tofu had creeped on these women.
Oh.
I wasn't in the room with Tofu, but my friends were, and they had described to me that they were specifically saying, "Stop, Tofu." Like, they were telling him to stop, and he was just laughing and refusing to stop. So he was a creep, and then not stopping being a creep.
Oh no.
I think it was the Mobamba. It really
It drove him
infiltrated
insane.
his mind, and then caused him to go insane.
Never listen to Mo Bamba,
N-
kids.
That is the lesson of
That's
this
the
podcast.
moral of the story. Nothing about drugs or anything. Just
No,
don't
no.
listen to Mobile.
I mean, it worked for these volunteer groups. So really, start a drug empire on an island,
Yeah.
but don't listen to Mobamba.
Never listen to Mo Bamba.
Never, never. All right. So that is where Tofu's story really ends.
He
But-
died.
He died.
We never hear of Tofu again. He was lost.
He was lost to the waves.
I mean, Tofu sounded cool first, and now he doesn't.
Yeah, he was not cool. But at the end of this trip, they had us do a thing where they would randomly give you like someone's name. Like you had to draw from a hat, pretty much,
And
and
you
then you're
got
supposed to
Tofu?
say a good thing. I got Tofu.
Oh no. What did he say? He had good song
I said
selections?
So he had also on the bus ride. I forget to tell this part. He told me many of golf stories. I don't care to listen to golf stories.
But it was a good thing to say.
Of all the things
He-
to tell, golf stories.
The thing is, he told one where he got second place, and then he told me another one. This other one was completely made up. He had completely made up a golf story where he once again did not win.
He lost in his own made-up
well,
golf
if you
story.
make it,
How
if he
is it
wins,
made
it's
up?
too
It was
obvious.
made up. He was just saying, and he was like using such descriptive words. He was like, "The drive was beautiful. It went so far. It was amazing."
It sounds like he just
Everyone-
listened to like
Well,
a,
how did you know it
a
was
golf
fake?
Because he
person.
told me. I didn't realize that at first. I thought it was a real story.
And then he lost.
And then at the end, he was just like, "Yeah, do you want to hear another made-up story?" I was like,
He told you it was made up.
and I felt I was so obviously hinting that I do not care about him and his golf stories. Like I was just saying like, yeah. Yet he kept going on about
Maybe
golf.
he had no other sports to tell fake stories. Then. He
I
only
guess
knew how
not.
golf works.
He really loved golf, tofu and golf,
Golf
match
and
made
women,
in
apparently.
Golf, women.
and women,
makes
spying on
sense.
women.
Those two go
It all
hand in
makes
hand.
sense.
It goes hand in hand together.
It's
But
the
yes.
perfect trifecta.
But
Yes.
yes, when I complimented Tofu, because I had to, I had said, I am very glad he was on this trip, for how would I have heard such amazing golf stories and listened to such a large, diverse amount of
course.
music.
I would have just said,
He's got a cool name.
cool name.
Cool name.
I like your shoes, bud.
Nice shoes.
Nice shoes. I'm glad you came on this trip because your shoes are nice.
But that is pretty much it.
Well, I'll be.
I'm a changed man.
I am definitely changed. I have changed in more ways than one.
So, if you guys ever feel like volunteering on an island with turtles, just know a lot comes with it.
A lot
be
of
prepared.
responsibility.
a lot of responsibility that comes with it.
And do not trust that you'll be able to contact anyone at any time.
And if you ever meet a man named Tofu,
Go the other way.
And
Avoid
talks
at all
about golf. Don't listen.
Do not listen.
Avoid. Again, why are you playing with this small plastic bag, Ben?
It's got the weed from Costa
It's
Rica.
easy. It's the weed.
anyhow,
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know.
What?
Why wouldn't I look at you?
I don't. You don't usually look at me.
I'll look at you farther.
Don't do that.